Hello, ladies. Congratulations on the win, first of all. I would like to ask you, what works well for you during that game? Was the offense, the flow that you had on offense, or was the defensive effort tonight?
I would say both. We after just playing them, we knew they would have some adjustments. We made a lot of mistakes in the first game, and our goal was to try to exploit the mismatches and do a better job defensively.
Mark?
Hey, congrats on the win, guys. I just wanted to ask what you both have felt. Thought of Olivia so far. She played really big minutes in the first half and has just been really impressive throughout. And I was just wondering what you guys have thought of her so far and what she gave tonight.
I love what Olivia's been bringing these last few games. I've been in foul trouble and injured, and haven't been able to be in the game. But she's given us great minutes out there when she's out there. Defensively, offensively, she's made some great moves. So I'm excited to see her grow with us.
Yeah, and as a follow up too, it sounds weird to word it this way, but like the length you guys have on court has been like kind of wild to watch, especially in the passing lanes when you guys started sending those doubles at Elena tonight. Finding that new, like obviously you guys have always had a lot of size defensively, but now with that length on the wing too, what has that dynamic kind of been like, getting that kind of connectivity and being able to kind of muck things up defensively?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a change in how we've played defensively over the year, and it's really been a team effort to try to slow somebody down. And as you can see, we're having a lot of fun out there. We make mistakes, but we're able to communicate with each other and get back on track.
Awesome, appreciate it, guys. Congrats again.
Ciara?
Congrats on the win, ladies. Alyssa, you had said this was the most fun the excitement you had in a while. What is some of that excitement that you're having actually?
It's just fun offensively. We have so many different options. You'll see us in many different positions. It's not just a one-dimensional offense where you just pass it from side to side. And I think it's fun what we're able to do. And other teams don't know what we're doing. And right now, we're still working out the kinks. Yeah, exactly. We don't know what we're doing all the time. But once we get it and start clicking, it's going to be really scary.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win. Blake Silverman with Winsider. First, Bree, I just have to ask you, how good did it feel to see that three-pointer going?
It felt good. It's something I've been working on, something I'm trying to add to my game. But just being able to take my time and shoot the open ones.
Oh, you took your time. You took your time.
But it felt good to see it going in an actual regular season game. I made them in the preseason, but.
Awesome. And yeah, as a follow-up for both of you, Leah got some minutes tonight, and she was specifically working defensively against Elena. Really made a few good plays. So is there anything that either both of you said to her and some of her first WNBA action going up against one of the game stars like that?
She's a rookie, so of course there's a lot of nerves that come with it. But it's attention to detail. She was ready when her number was called, and by no means is the game plan easy. And guarding Deladon is a tough job. So just really proud of what she did today.
Thank you both. Congrats.
Thank you.
Just again, really proud of our group. They continue to make gritty, tough, winning plays when we need to, whether that's getting a big defensive stop, getting a big rebound. That play where DB cut from the corner and got a tough layup was really, a momentum play for us. And it was a winning play that we needed at the time. And, just this group is just, they know each other so well, and they find ways to make the plays that are necessary to will our team to win ball games. And I'm just really proud of the effort tonight.
Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Stephanie, first off, congrats on the win. First, I was wondering if I could just get your impression of Olivia so far to begin the season, because she played really big minutes in the first half. What have your thoughts of her been, especially, what did you feel about her coming into the year, and what do you think you've learned most about her throughout?
Well, I've been really excited about Liv really since the trade happened. I I keep telling people there's no substitute for experience. She just needs time. She needs reps. She needs experience in this league. She needs experience against the bigs in this league. But she gives us something that we haven't had in a rim protector. Her length, her ability to not just block shots, but alter shots, to affect driving lanes, to be a presence in the paint. And that's something that we've needed. And she's been able to do that for us. Offensively, her skill set is going to continue to develop. But in the meantime, while that happens, she makes the right play. She's good with the ball in her hand. She understands the reads that we're trying to get. She's a willing screener for us, getting players open, understanding how to get them open. So for her, it's just continuing every day to be a sponge, continuing to get experience in game and in practice every day against Breezy, against AT. And she's got a bright future ahead of her. I've been really pleased.
Without a doubt. As a follow-up too, just with the length that you guys are able to put on the court, like obviously this team had a lot of size last year, but I think when you look at the guard and wing group with how much length there is now, the aggression you guys are able to play with the point of attack, kind of being able to toggle and mix up some of the coverages like that. What has that been like? And, is that something that you kind of have a really good feel for in practice, or something that you just throw out in games and see and it's going to be there? Or, what is kind of figuring out what your group has on that end been like?
Well, I think first and foremost, we've got a veteran group. So regardless of whether it goes exactly how we planned it or schemed it, they understand how to make plays, how to read each other, how to rotate. It's near man oftentimes when we're in scramble mode, and they understand what that looks like. And having Beck Allen and Tip along with DB on our wings, really does give us an advantage, because even if you're late in a coverage, even if an opponent might have an advantage off the bounce because of quickness or ability to get to the rim, they can make up for that with their length. They can make up for that with their ability to alter shots, and rebounding ability. I don't know what the final numbers were for Beck or Tip, but they both get in there and make plays on the interior, whether they get the rebound or not. They're in there and their activity level is high, and it gives us a lot of versatility and a lot of options. And Leah Brown's going to give that to us too. I mean, I'm not sure if she might have had one practice with us, but she's another player who can play multiple positions, who has great length and size, who just needs experience and reps.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Seth.
Sierra? Hi, Coach. Just speaking of, Liv and the bench, how was you can you speak to the bench production in itself today in that first half?
Yeah, it was big. I mean, if Breezy in foul trouble early, Tip in foul trouble early, I think the benefit that we have is we do have a lot of depth, and we have, some experience in that depth. We've got Beck, who's been a player in this league, who's coming off the bench. Ty hasn't had as much game experience as some of our other perimeter players, but she still had, years of game experience in this league. And so she's given us some off the bench as well. I don't know if I would say that Liv is a surprise, but she's come in and I think she's been able to play longer periods of minutes strung together than what we probably would have anticipated. And she's had to do it out of necessities, and she's risen to the challenge. But I think one of the benefits of our team is that we do have players who have experience, who understand their role coming off the bench, and who are productive for us.
Thank you.
Christos?
Hey, Coach, congratulations. You are still unbeaten 3-0. Your record is 3-0. What does it mean? What does it show about the ability of your team and the identity that you would like to build as the season goes on?
Well, it's this has been the identity of this team, and this is a team and a group of veteran players who are used to winning. And I think that's why you see them and their ability to make winning plays at crunch time. It starts with AT and Breezy and DB, who are that core that have been here, and T, who has learned what it means to have that will and that toughness and that grittiness. So, at the end of the day, that they understand how to make the play that needs to be made, whether it be offensively, defensively, rebounding. So I don't think it says anything other than this is what this team's been about. It doesn't matter who's coached them. And really for this organization, it doesn't matter who've been the players in this organization. This organization has always been a tough, gritty, winning bunch.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Coach Blake Silverman with Winsider. Congrats on the win. Wanted to go back to what you mentioned with Leah. She went in and put in a few minutes, mainly guarding EDD. So someone like that who's just starting out her career, going into a matchup like that and seeing her make like some great plays and making the most out of her minutes, like what do you say from her? What do you say to her, and what do you see from those minutes out of her today?
Well, first and foremost, the thing that I love about Leah Brown, and I have loved from the time that I saw her in college, was that she has that gritty, tough swag that the rest of our team has. She's not afraid of the moment. She's not afraid of the matchup. And it really is throwing her to the wolves to go out there and have to guard Elena Deladon. But she accepted the challenge. And she went out there and she did, the best job that she could. And all we ask is that she tries to make her Deladon's life as difficult as possible. Right. And she's just going to learn as she gains experience in this league, how to play certain players. Like I said, she's had one practice with us. So offensively, whatever film we've been able to watch with her, that's how she's absorbing information. Defensively, she hasn't really been able to go live through our coverages outside of a walkthrough. So I think the more time she gets in practice with our group, the more comfortable that she feels, we'll start to really see the full scope of her game. But I was happy with the minutes that she gave us. I love the fact that we can sub her in at the 4 and give AT a little bit of a break. And with 4s in our league, that's a matchup that we're going to have to utilize.
Thank you. And just another quick one. What's going through your mind when you saw that 3 from Breezy go in?
I was like, yes, I've been begging Breezy to shoot the 3. I told her in the off season when I first got this job, I was like, I expect you to shoot 3s. She's got a great shot. It's just feeling comfortable. And you see her shoot it in our shooting drills in practice. She hesitates sometime and we'll just tell her like let it fly. The more versatile she can be in her skill set, the tougher that we are going to be to defend. She's not a player who, when you look at her shot, you're like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't want. No, she's got a great looking shot. She's a terrific free throw shooter. Now it's like she just needs reps and confidence.
Thanks, Coach.
Mark?
Hey, Steph, just one last follow-up. We talked before the season about, what time off brought for you and kind of being able to rethink the game and see some things. Obviously, it's only been, a week, and I'm sure it's been a complete whirlwind, but has anything kind of changed up in your mind, or has anything like surprised you about yourself and just getting back into coaching so far?
I don't know about surprise. I love this game, and I have always loved this game. I am re-energized by the ability to coach basketball and to play the chess match and to try out different things offensively and defensively. And when you have a group who loves the game and who loves to compete, it fills you up, and they have filled me up, in that way. I mean, look, it's tough. I'm away from my family. I'm away from my kids, so emotionally it's tough. But when you can go to work every day and get your cup filled by people who love this game as much as you do, I don't think I quite understood how much I missed it. And on the court, like Washington is a good team, and Eric is an outstanding coach. And, the chess matches that we used to have with Mike, and now the chess matches that I look forward to having with Eric, like, this is the fun part for me. Win, lose, or draw. This is why we love to do what we do. And there's some people who are built for coaching, and there's some people who are built for other things. And for me, just the experience and this group and being able to be back in it has been terrific.
Awesome. Really appreciate that. And congrats again.
Thank you.
Yep. Obviously not good enough closing down driving lanes. We talked at halftime about showing better help early, and I don't think, from what I could tell live, I don't think we did a great job of that. And our pick and roll coverage needs to improve quickly because we were not on the same page a few times, and the ball is going one way and our help defenders going the other way, and that shouldn't happen. But give Connecticut credit. That's a group that's played together a bit. they got some good chemistry, even with a new coach. You can see them solving some problems on the fly while we were changing our matchups. So early season game that we can learn a lot from.
6 early points from Tiana, but still not a whole lot off the bench. How important is it to kind of start getting them going sometimes?
Yeah, we're going to need everybody. I mean, we haven't shot the ball well yet. I thought we got better quality looks tonight. You know, I thought Christy and Shatori, I think Shatori maybe just won and maybe passed up one, but yeah, we know we're going to need production. The game we won, they played well, that group. I'm trying to work some people in and figure some rotations out, but these last couple of games have felt like playoff games, and I've gone with our main group for bigger minutes, as have the teams we've played.
Just part of the early process, trying to figure out some things on the fly, especially playing a couple good teams.
For sure. I mean, that was, New York and Connecticut twice is a tough opener. We, feel like we should have got at least one out of these two against Connecticut, but it's no time to hang our heads. It's the one thing we talked about in game is our body language can be better when we're down a little bit, and we can get our heads right between now and Friday.
Kind of picking up on that, another tough night for Ariel, both these games against Connecticut. How do you kind of get her going?
Yeah, it's on. I mean, I just told her just now I got to help her. I got to get her some easier looks. She's seeing a lot of people jumping on top of her and not letting her use screens, and we got to obviously get some counters in for that.
And then just wanted to ask about Sally, not huge minutes. Is that just Tiana playing well and you want to keep riding her, or is there something you're seeing there with minute, I think?
In a way, it's Elena and Shakira playing well. And I just kind of went to a 3-post rotation. Amanda came in and got a couple fouls, and I just thought, Elena had it going and was feeling good. Shakira I don't know if she took a knee to the quad or what, and just felt better in the game moving than she did sitting on the bench. So between those two and Tiana, I just thought we 3-post group was good.
Coach, you guys had 21 defensive rebounds, but no fast break points tonight. Can you talk about whether it was something that Connecticut was doing, or just maybe something on your end that wasn't quite working fast break and transition game?
Thought we were just my feel on the side. Sometimes those transition things look a little more clear on film, but my feeling was our spacing wasn't the best in transition. That we had opportunities to maybe throw the ball ahead or reverse it quickly, and we kind of played on one side of the floor. Obviously, it's an area that we have to catch. We forced 13 turnovers too, and we should be out on some of those plays.
Lesson for me, obviously 2 losses. There's a lot of things to hang your head about, but what are some of the positive that you can take from these 2 games and bring it to Friday?
I like that we kind of answered the bell in terms of our rebounding today. I think we were dead last in offensive rebounds before today, and today we got on the boards pretty good. I think positives would be that we don't feel like we've played that great offensively yet. And we've been in both these games. It's not time for moral victories, but if you keep improving, you have an opportunity to win a lot of games. Yep.
Coach, if my stats are correct, Elena's 27 points, the most she scored since September of 2019. How tough is it to see numbers like that?
It feels about like the other day when Kira got her career high and we didn't win. We asked a lot of her today, probably more than we should have to. We've got to find ways for her to attack people besides having her back to the basket, because it does take a toll. But yeah, it's just frustrating to lose regardless of the stats.
There are obviously some calls that didn't go Washington's way. How much do you think officiating impacted the results?
I'm not going to talk about the officiating.
Last one for me. Brittany Sykes, despite the loss, must be encouraging for her to come off the bench like that, or excuse me, not off the bench, but still chipping 17 points in the +9. What are you seeing from her, and what do you like?
I like that she's looking confident shooting open shots, and that was a big thing. I know everybody, after we signed her, everybody that I talked to read me her 3-point shooting numbers, but I also saw a player that shot about 40% in college on a high number of attempts. And so I think some of that's confidence and scheme related. So hopefully she can just keep shooting the ball with confidence. Yep.
Scoring for me tonight. Again, that game, Shakira and Elena having effective games as a duo, which been working so well for them to work together.
They're just both really, really good players. Elena's making shots off of double coverage or over double coverage and making good decisions out of the double teams, I thought, for the most part. And Kira in space is tough. She's slippery. She's tough to keep in front, and she's on the glass. Yeah, they're really good players. I mean, we expect them. We don't want to have to pound it through the block that much, but we expect them to bring it every night.
Going back to the one for a minute, how rebounding looks to be up so far this season compared to what you've done in the past. Were you expecting that level of rebounding, or is that big kind of a level?
I mean, she's certainly athletically capable. So I think a couple of people on staff have talked to her a little bit about it, and she's made a conscious decision to be a good rebounder, and there's no reason why it can't continue.
We'll go to one quick question from Zoom. Christos.
Hey, coach. Hope you're doing well. 80 points against the Sun in the previous game, 88 tonight. What would you like to improve defensive-wise about the next games?
Sort of like I said off the top, our early help defense. I think they saw too many driving lanes, and our pick and roll coverage is not as sharp as it should be.
Thank you very much, coach.
I think overall the defense is fine. I think it's just those possessions where we think we can like take 1 second like off, and then that's when we get penalized for it. But we're there. Like, we know how to play defense. We're confident in our defense. It's just the point of doing it. But we're fine. We don't have any worries in that. Like, Connecticut's a really good team. Like, they've been to the playoffs how many times? You know, like they're a good team. So when those games go down to the wire, we have to be in those positions to guard the ball like we know we can.
You had a big night offensively, but not necessarily as the entire club is still struggling a little bit from behind the arc. Once again, are you liking the shots that you guys were getting, the offense producing the shots you were playing?
I mean, Connecticut was playing like playoff defense, different looks, just changing it up, sending doubles, sending it on the dribble, sending it on the catch, like really just changing up their look. So, I mean, it's great for us to get that type of look early this season. And a lot of times, yeah, we had great shooters open for really great shots. And some days they just don't go in. And then other times we had wasted possessions and, you know, kind of just not spacing properly and allowing their length and their aggressiveness to kind of mess us up. So, you know, third game of the season, you're going to have some of that. So we got things to clean up, especially after seeing them twice and seeing the different looks and the type of playoff defense that we will face. We got to figure some things out.
Hey, Slim, for you, just the three was looking good. You had a couple of them. You know, how much have you been working on that, and how is your shot feeling?
My shot feels really good. Shout out to the Mystics, coaching staff, my teammates. No, seriously. Going into free agency, one of the things that made my ear ring and made my heart warm was that the staff had so much confidence in me wanting to shoot the three. My teammates, they have confidence in me to shoot the three. So when I have that confidence instilled in myself from repetition and practice, and then you add on top of the fact that I have people that surrounding me have encouraging me to shoot that shot and not give it up, because I've given it up so many times in the past. And now I'm starting to shoot that with confidence and just poise, and it feels really good. And I know that I just have to keep working at it and giving the same energy that my teammates give me. I can't let that go in vain. So I just got to keep shooting it with confidence.
Sticking with you, you know, Elena, 27 points tonight. You've obviously gone against Elena plenty, but how is it, you know, being her teammate when she's having this kind of night?
I mean, it's amazing because it's not against me anymore. Simple as that. Shit. It's very simple. I'm with her now. I don't have to stress.
I mean, just two good basketball players, having a year under our belt together, talking a lot, trying to just stay on the same page. Sometimes I'll send her some clips to look at, and just continuing to communicate with one another, because she's so versatile and I am as well, that we're able to do things that make other bigs uncomfortable. So continuing to kind of exploit that, space off of one another, cut off of one another. She's got great touch, great hands, and she finishes so well around the rim. So continuing to let her attack the way she's been.
Brittany, it's early season adversity, but the team is, you always feel like it's a family affair. The vice president, how do you just build off that going into Chicago?
I mean, I think we just got to be realistic about what's going on. Like, it's the third game of the season. Some of us have just gotten back. Literally, today makes a month since some of us have played our last basketball game overseas. Some of us have, just got back to the state. Whatever it is, like, we're being very realistic about our approach to these games. We want to win them all. We know we're not. So the games that we know we need to take care of, we need to take care of all of them. We slipped up on one. That's easy. I mean, that's not easy, but like that's that happens. But it's the bounce back. So we got a game against Chicago. We got our day off tomorrow to reset. Thursday we go into practice, and Friday we handle business.
Hey, Slim, you came out super aggressively on both ends of the floor. You finished with 17-7. As you start to get a couple of regular season games under your belt, what are you starting to notice about yourself and how you shot your teammates?
I gotta be aggressive. Like, I can't take a night off because say if it's not even about scoring, I know that me being aggressive and attacking creates opportunities for my teammates. So when I'm not doing that, it's taking away the opportunity for us to get easier baskets. Especially having somebody like Deli on the floor. If I'm attacking, I know they're not leaving her. So now I can go finish or somebody else helps, and now we get the dish. So I just know going into every game, especially on both ends, not just offensively, but like defensively, just to lead that snake, the head of the snake, and just really, really get locked down on defense, because that generates our offense, and we're doing really, really well in transition.
And Elena, if my stats are correct, you had 27 tonight. That's the most you've scored in the game since September of 2019. Obviously it was a loss, so it's not what you want to see, but after all the injuries, all the stuff you've been through, how does it feel just hearing that stat?
I'm actually more excited about the minutes I've been playing,
right?
Being able to, I'm like leading this team in minutes right now. So really not worried about the scoring. There's different nights, different things are going to be needed. Tonight, I was feeling really good shooting it. But yeah, I'm excited about the minutes played and being able to bounce back with we had 3 games in 5 days and feeling good, feeling strong. I know.
21 defensive rebounds and 13 turnovers you guys forced, but no points in transition. Slim, I know that's a big part of your game. What was it that Connecticut was doing tonight that made it so tough for you guys to get out of transition?
Credit to Connecticut. Like, they did their job, yes. But I don't think it was a them thing. I think it was us just getting to the spots, knowing our offense, just getting into a flow. There have been moments where we got kind of stagnant or we were kind of lost. Like, okay, what are we running? It's 2 people on one page, another. So it's just, I think for us, just getting in that flow of, okay, the board went up, we got the rebound, everybody knows where they're going, which we do. Like, we do it in practice every day. It's just the principle of just doing it. Right.
After these 2 losses, obviously easy to focus on the negatives. What are some of the positives of the 2 you want to be able to take out of these 2 games?
I mean, we've gotten some really great looks, and some of them we just haven't been hitting, and players getting these looks are great shooters. So it's really nothing to stress about. They're going to hit these shots. Continuing to find ways, though, to make it a little bit easier for each other. I think we can do a better job setting better screens, setting different screens, going through different actions, making teams play side to side. And then defensively, we'll play really hard for most of the shot clock and then have one thing go wrong and they get a layup, they get an O board and an AM1, things like that crush you. So we have to clean it up and play the entire shot clock and finish it with a rebound. So good things that we can clean up.
If there is no more in-person questions, I think that is it.
No, we got one. I want to say how easy it was. Like, that transition coming in, I felt like I was already here. Again, it just made the reassurance even more that I made the right decision in free agency, because I don't think I've ever had a smoother transition into a new team or felt this comfortable with just flowing in the offense and just playing basketball. But I mean, that's the organization itself. So it speaks volumes to who they've been over the years. And I'm just grateful that I can land in a place like this, like on and off the court. Like it's just a great position for me. So I'm thankful for them for even like looking my way.
Any last questions?
I think that's it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you guys.